If you're trying to find ways to boost your energy levels, then the first thing to know is to have patience. We are not good at patience while we're drinking or in early sobriety because drinking has trained us to focus on instant gratification and getting what we want right now with no effort. The more sober time you have and the more work you do, the more your patience should increase. Try to remind yourself that change and feeling better takes time. So here are 5 things that you can do to work on your energy levels. 1, reduce your stress levels. The emotions that we feel when we're stressed take large amounts of energy. I've talked about high energy and low energy emotions before on this podcast, and I go into it in depth in the Sober Mindset course. But high energy emotions like anger and anxiety don't just feel high energy, they require lots of energy. And when the emotion finally passes, you can feel depleted and exhausted. If you're existing in a state of chronic stress, then this is going to make you feel tired. You can take all the supplements, exercise, drink water, stay sober, and eat kale every day, but you're still going to feel tired because of your stress levels. And saying, oh, just control your stress is silly because if we could be less stressed, we would. It takes time to learn how to manage stress appropriately and to learn how to adjust your perspective on things that are outside of your control. Sometimes we're going to go through times of high stress, and that is normal. But if you're stressed all the time for all eternity, then doing some work on your perspective and learning stress management techniques will be useful. I really struggle with this, so this has been my main goal in sobriety is to work on stress management. One of the ways that I've done this, that I encourage you to do too, is by reducing my number of commitments. I have overcommitted myself a few times in the past 3 years of doing this podcast, and it has been awful. I hate that chaotic, scrambling feeling of never being able to catch up. I'm mostly okay right now, except my email has become unmanageable. There are too many emails coming in to be able to respond to them all, but then I feel guilty for not responding to them all, and it just becomes a mess. But if you're struggling with being overcommitted and having too much on your plate, then analyze your commitments and try to figure out what is essential and what is not. In one of my community meetings recently, we were talking about boundaries and how part of setting boundaries is being able to say no to something, either because you don't have time to do it or you just don't want to do it. Many of us are people pleasers, so we want to say yes to everything and do everything for everyone because we feel like we have to. If this is you, then I challenge you to say no to something soon, and you'll instantly feel a bit better.